5 hidden environmental traps that are lowering your vibration. Have you ever walked into a place and immediately felt drained, like an invisible force was pulling at your energy? Or maybe you've woken up some days feeling inexplicably heavy, like something unseen is weighing down your spirit. What if I told you that the environment around you, things you don't even consciously notice, could be stealing your energy and lowering your vibration? The truth is, we live in a world full of hidden traps, silent energy drainers that keep us from reaching our highest potential. And most of the time, we don't even realize they're there. In this journey, we're going to uncover these 5 hidden environmental traps that are secretly pulling you down. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. And once you free yourself from them, your energy, your clarity, and your connection to the universe will skyrocket. The first trap is electromagnetic pollution, something so deeply embedded in our daily lives that we've normalized its presence without questioning its effects. Every single day, we are surrounded by invisible waves, Wi-Fi signals, Bluetooth devices, 5G towers, and electronic gadgets that never truly power down. Science has already started to reveal that constant exposure to electromagnetic fields, EMFs, could have subtle but profound effects on our bodies and minds. Have you ever noticed how you feel after spending hours in front of a screen? There's a dullness, a sense of mental fog, an unshakable restlessness. That's not just fatigue, it's a disruption of your natural energetic frequency. Our bodies are electrical in nature. Our hearts beat because of electrical impulses. Our brains function through intricate electrical networks.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
When we exist in an environment saturated with artificial electromagnetic frequencies, it's like static interfering with a radio signal. Our natural rhythm gets distorted. The solution? Awareness is the first step. Try disconnecting from your devices for a few hours each day. Take walks in nature without your phone. Sleep with your Wi-Fi router turned off. Ground yourself, literally, by walking barefoot on the earth to recalibrate your energy. These small actions can make a massive difference in restoring your natural frequency. The second trap is the energy imprint of spaces and objects. This one is subtle, but once you start paying attention, you'll never look at your surroundings the same way again. Every place, every object, carries an energetic signature and imprint of the emotions, intentions, and experiences that have occurred within it. Have you ever walked into a room and felt uneasy, even though nothing seemed out of place? Or have you ever held an object and felt an inexplicable wave of sadness or nostalgia? That's because energy lingers. A home where there has been constant stress, conflict, or sadness will hold on to that energy. A piece of furniture passed down through generations may carry the unresolved emotions of the people who owned it. And if we are not mindful, we absorb these energies without realizing it. This is why ancient traditions emphasize cleansing rituals, burning sage, using salt, or even just opening windows to allow stagnant energy to move. It's also why some people feel an instant shift when they declutter their spaces. When you remove objects that carry heavy energy or cleanse your environment regularly, you're not just tidying up, you're lifting your vibration. Ask yourself, what energy is embedded in the space around me? What objects in my life might be holding on to past experiences that no longer serve me? The third trap is synthetic chemicals in our environment, from the air we breathe to the products we use daily. Most of us don't realize just how much artificial substances surround us. The air fresheners we spray, the cleaning products we wipe our counters with, the food we eat, all of these contain chemicals that impact our bodies and energy fields. Have you ever noticed how different you feel when you spend time in nature versus when you're indoors surrounded by artificial scents and processed foods? Nature has a high vibrational frequency. Chemicals, on the other hand, are often disruptive to our energy. Our skin absorbs them, our lungs inhale them, our bodies process them, and over time, they create a kind of energetic static. Some ancient traditions teach that what you put on your body and in your body directly affects your spiritual clarity. And modern science is catching up, revealing how endocrine-disrupting chemicals in plastics, beauty products, and even water bottles can interfere with our internal balance. The solution is simple but powerful. Become conscious of what you allow into your body and space. Choose natural materials when possible. Opt for essential oils instead of synthetic fragrances. Drink pure, clean water. The more you remove artificial chemicals from your environment, the lighter and clearer you will feel. The fourth trap is noise pollution and chaotic frequencies. We often underestimate the power of sound and the impact that our auditory environment has on our state of being. But think about this: why do certain sounds make us feel calm and centered, while others leave us feeling restless and agitated? Ancient cultures understood this deeply. They used chants, mantras, and harmonious music to uplift consciousness. But in today's world, we are bombarded by unnatural sounds, traffic noise, sirens, construction, even the hum of appliances. These chaotic frequencies subtly stress our nervous system and lower our vibration. Think about the last time you spent time in absolute silence, maybe deep in nature or in a quiet meditation. How did it feel? There's a reason why spiritual seekers throughout history have sought solitude in caves or forests. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's a gateway to higher awareness. If we constantly surround ourselves with chaotic frequencies, our energy remains scattered. But the solution? Introduce intentional sound into your life. Listen to healing frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz. Spend time in quiet places. Reduce unnecessary background noise. Pay attention to how different sounds make you feel. Sound is one of the most direct ways to shift your vibration, and by consciously curating your auditory environment, you can elevate your energy instantly. The fifth and final trap is the collective energy field. This is the most invisible, yet one of the most powerful forces affecting our vibration. We are not just individuals moving through the world, we are energetic beings constantly interacting with the collective consciousness. The thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that dominate society create a kind of energetic atmosphere that we all exist within. Have you ever noticed that being in a city feels different from being in a small village? Or that certain social media platforms leave you feeling drained rather than inspired? That's because collective energy is real. When we are constantly exposed to fear-based narratives, negativity, and mass anxiety, we absorb it, even if we don't consciously engage with it. This is why spiritual masters throughout history have emphasized the importance of inner stillness, because when we cultivate inner peace, we become less affected by external chaos. The key to navigating this trap is discernment. Be mindful of the information you consume. Notice how different environments make you feel. Protect your energy by setting energetic boundaries, whether through meditation, visualization, or simply choosing where you place your attention. The more you cultivate your own inner frequency, the less you will be swayed by the collective field. Now, take a deep breath. Let everything we've just explored settle in. You've just uncovered 5 powerful, hidden traps that have been subtly influencing your energy, perhaps for years. The question is, now that you see them, what will you do? The hidden frequency war, how the world is designed to keep you disconnected from your higher self. Have you ever felt like some invisible force was keeping you from fully awakening? Like there's a barrier between you and your highest potential, and no matter what you do, you keep getting pulled back into lower states of being. What if I told you that this isn't just your imagination, that there is an actual war being waged on your consciousness, a war of frequencies, designed to keep you disconnected from your higher self? Once you see it, you can never unsee it. And once you break free, your life will never be the same. Everything in existence operates on frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, even your physical body, everything is vibrating at a certain level. High-frequency states like love, gratitude, and peace elevate your consciousness, allowing you to access deeper wisdom, heightened intuition, and a sense of divine connection. But low-frequency states, fear, anger, anxiety, trap you in survival mode, keeping you disconnected from the infinite intelligence of the universe. The question is, what determines the frequency you operate at? And more importantly, who controls it? The truth is, the modern world is a carefully designed system of energetic manipulation. From the food you eat to the media you consume, everything is either elevating your frequency or suppressing it. Let's start with the most fundamental aspect of life, food. Have you ever noticed how different you feel after eating fresh, organic fruits and vegetables compared to processed, artificial foods? That's because food carries a frequency. In natural foods, grown in the sun, absorb life force energy. They nourish not only your physical body, but also your energetic field. Processed, chemical-altered foods, on the other hand, are energetically dead. They create stagnation within you, making it harder to operate at a high frequency. And yet, look at the world around you. Fast food is everywhere. Genetically modified crops dominate the market. Artificial ingredients are in nearly everything. This isn't a coincidence. The more disconnected you are from real, living food, the more disconnected you become from your own life force. But it goes deeper. Beyond food, there is an even more insidious form of frequency manipulation: media. Every word you hear, every image you see, every piece of content you consume is programming your subconscious mind. The question is, what are you being programmed with? Most mainstream media thrives on fear, drama, and division. The news bombards you with stories of crisis and catastrophe. Social media algorithms feed you content that triggers comparison, insecurity, and outrage. Even entertainment movies, music, TV shows often carry hidden energetic signatures that reinforce lower vibrational states. The more you consume this, the more you absorb these frequencies into your being. And here's the real trap: when you exist in a state of fear, stress, or negativity, you become easier to control. You become reactive instead of conscious, distracted instead of present, disconnected instead of awakened. But the war on your consciousness doesn't stop there. Have you ever wondered why modern life is so fast-paced, so filled with distraction? Why silence is so rare and stillness is almost seen as unnatural? That's because stillness is dangerous to the system. When you are constantly busy rushing from task to task, consuming endless streams of information, always plugged into external noise, you don't have time to go inward. You don't have time to listen to your own intuition, to connect with your higher self. And that is exactly the point. The system thrives when you are distracted, because a distracted mind is a powerless mind. But the moment you slow down, the moment you reclaim your inner stillness, you begin to break free. This is why ancient spiritual traditions emphasize silence, meditation, and solitude. They understood that when you quiet the external noise, you start to hear the whispers of the universe. When you step away from artificial frequencies and immerse yourself in nature, your energy recalibrates. When you stop consuming low vibrational content and start feeding your mind with wisdom, your perception shifts. And when you take control of your own frequency through conscious living, intentional choices, growth, and spiritual practices, you become untouchable by the forces that seek to keep you asleep. So ask yourself how much of your energy is being hijacked by external forces. How much of your reality is being shaped by frequencies that you didn't consciously choose? And more importantly, what would happen if you reclaimed your vibration, if you elevated yourself above the noise? The answer is simple. You would awaken. You would step into your full power. You would remember who you truly are. But there's one more layer to this that most people never realize. The war on your frequency isn't just external, it's internal too. Your own habits, your own thought patterns, your own emotional reactions can either be your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. Every time you dwell in self-doubt, every time you hold on to resentment, every time you allow fear to dictate your choices, you lower your own vibration. It's not just about what the world is doing to you, it's about what you are doing to yourself. The ultimate truth is that no one can lower your vibration without your permission. The system can try to manipulate you, but you always have a choice. You can choose what you consume, how you think, how you react. You can choose to unplug from the frequencies that drain you and align yourself with the frequencies that elevate you. So the real question is, are you ready to take back your power? Are you ready to break free from the hidden frequency war and step into the highest version of yourself? Because the moment you decide to rise above the noise, to protect your energy, to consciously cultivate a high vibration, you become unstoppable. The world doesn't want you to wake up, but you have the power to wake up anyway. The illusion of reality, how to see beyond the matrix and unlock your true power. Have you ever felt like reality isn't what it seems? Like there's something just beneath the surface, something your mind can almost grasp but keeps slipping away? What if I told you that the world you've been taught to see is not the real world, that it's merely a carefully constructed illusion designed to keep you blind to your true power? There is a deeper reality, a hidden layer of existence that most people never perceive. And the moment you see it, your entire life will change. From the moment we are born, we are programmed to accept a limited version of reality. We are taught what is real and what is impossible. We are conditioned to follow rules, to stay within boundaries, to conform to systems that were created long before we arrived. But have you ever stopped to question who created these systems? And more importantly, why? The truth is, the world is built on constructs, governments, economies, religions, social norms. All of these are human-made structures, yet we treat them as if they are absolute. But they are not. They are part of the matrix, a web of collective beliefs that shape our perception of what life is supposed to be. But here's the secret: reality is not fixed. It is fluid, malleable, shaped by consciousness itself. The greatest illusion of all is the belief that you are powerless, that you are just a small being navigating a predetermined world. The truth is, you are a creator. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, all of these shape the reality you experience. Quantum physics is finally catching up to what ancient spiritual traditions have known for thousands of years. Consciousness influences matter. Your perception doesn't just reflect reality, it creates it. So why don't most people realize this? Because the system is designed to keep you distracted. If you never question the nature of reality, you will never realize you have the power to change it. Think about it. Why is society structured in a way that keeps people in a constant state of stress and survival? Why is true spiritual knowledge hidden or dismissed as nonsense? Why is the pursuit of material success prioritized over inner mastery? The answer is simple: because a world full of awakened, self-realized beings would be ungovernable. If people truly understood their power, they wouldn't be controlled by fear. They wouldn't be manipulated by division. They wouldn't accept limitations as truth. But once you wake up, you can never go back. You start to see the cracks in the illusion. You notice how fear is used as a tool to control. You realize that most of the boundaries you've accepted about who you are, what you can do, what is possible are nothing more than mental constructs. And once you break free from these limitations, you become limitless. So how do you escape the illusion? How do you see beyond the matrix and reclaim your true power? It starts with awareness. The first step is to question everything. Every belief you hold, every assumption you've been taught, ask yourself, is this truth or is this conditioning? The second step is to master your own mind. Your thoughts and emotions are the building blocks of your reality. If your mind is constantly filled with fear, doubt, and negativity, that is the world you will experience. But if you train yourself to operate from a place of clarity, love, and intention, your entire reality will shift. This is why meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection are so powerful. They allow you to reclaim control over your inner world, which in turn transforms your outer world. The third step is to align yourself with higher frequencies. The more you surround yourself with truth, wisdom, and uplifting energy, the more your perception expands. Spend time in nature. Read ancient spiritual texts. Connect with people who elevate your consciousness. Protect your energy from things that drain you, whether it's toxic environments, low vibrational media, or even your own self-destructive habits. Your vibration is your greatest weapon against the illusion. And finally, the most important step: act as the creator of your reality. Stop waiting for permission. Stop looking outside of yourself for answers. The universe is not happening to you, it is responding to you. Every choice you make, every belief you hold, every emotion you cultivate is shaping the world around you. When you fully embrace this truth, you stop being a passive participant in life and become the architect of your own destiny. So ask yourself, are you ready to see beyond the illusion? Are you ready to step out of the matrix and into your full power? Because the moment you decide to wake up, the world will never look the same again. The ultimate awakening: how to transcend the physical world and access higher dimensions of consciousness. What if this physical world is just a fraction of what truly exists? What if the life you're living right now is only a sliver of your full consciousness, and beyond this reality, there are higher dimensions waiting for you to access them? The greatest secret hidden from humanity is that we are not bound by the physical. We are multidimensional beings, capable of experiencing realities far beyond what our five senses perceive. The key to unlocking these higher dimensions is not found in books, not in religious doctrines, not in external authorities, but within you. Most people live their entire lives believing that what they see, hear, touch, and taste is all there is. But deep down, you've always known there's more. You've felt it in moments of deep meditation, in dreams that seemed more real than waking life, in synchronicities that defy logic, in those brief glimpses where time slows down, and you feel connected to something infinitely greater. These are not coincidences. These are invitations, whispers from the universe calling you to remember who you truly are. The physical world is dense, heavy, filled with limitations. But beyond it, there are realms of pure energy, higher frequencies of existence where thought shapes reality instantly, where time is fluid, where knowledge is not learned but remembered. These are the dimensions that mystics, shamans, and enlightened beings have accessed for centuries. And despite what you've been led to believe, you don't have to die to experience them. You can access them now. The first step to transcending the physical world is detachment. Not in the sense of withdrawing from life, but in the sense of recognizing that this world is not all there is. When you stop identifying solely with your physical body, your material possessions, your social identity, and instead see yourself as consciousness experiencing a temporary human form, you free yourself. The suffering of the physical world, fear, loss, anxiety begins to lose its grip on you because you realize you are something far greater than a body moving through time. You are eternal awareness. The second step is shifting your vibration. Higher dimensions operate at higher frequencies. The reason most people cannot perceive them is because their energy is too dense, weighed down by fear, negativity, and attachment to the material world. But when you raise your vibration through meditation, breathwork, fasting, deep inner work, you begin to align with these higher states of consciousness. Your mind expands. Your intuition sharpens. You start to see patterns and connections you never noticed before. The third step is surrender. Transcending the physical is not about force, it's about allowing. The more you try to grasp higher consciousness with the analytical mind, the more it slips away. But when you surrender, when you trust the flow of the universe, let go of rigid beliefs, and open yourself fully to experience, the veil begins to lift. You start to experience moments of deep knowing, of profound peace, of awareness beyond thought. You realize that reality is not something happening to you, it is something emerging from you. And then, something incredible happens. You begin to access states of consciousness that exist beyond time, beyond space. You understand that death is an illusion, that you have lived countless lifetimes, that the universe itself is alive and intelligent. You see that separation is an illusion, that all beings are interconnected, that love is not just an emotion but the fundamental fabric of existence. You no longer fear, you no longer doubt, you simply are. This is the ultimate awakening, not just knowledge, not just belief, but direct experience of your true nature. And once you reach this state, nothing in the physical world can ever control you again. You become free, truly free. And with that freedom comes the ability to create, to heal, to transform reality itself. So the final question is, are you ready? Are you ready to step beyond the illusion, beyond the physical, beyond the limitations you've been conditioned to accept? Because the moment you say yes, the universe will respond. The journey has already begun.